Okie dokie. No worries. I just wanted to just make sure because there are some people that just don't read that stuff or don't pay attention or don't care. And
Yep. Nope, you're good with me.
okay.
Now, I did find out that there is an admin command that is teleport. It's like /TP random, and that actually teleports you randomly.
Like actually,
It gives you
interesting.
yes. I was screwing around with commands in the game world because I was trying to figure stuff out, and I found it, and I'm like, I wonder what the limitations are. It uses it, so it's command built into Essentials, and it teleports you with anywhere randomly within the world border.
That's wild.
So
Ooh,
I
what is this?
teleported
Carnival Parade float mount
out like almost 2 million blocks.
Dark Jester
just
Horde
from
pet.
that command alone. So
Auspicious Snake Pet. Ooh.
that one is actually random, whereas the
On Chromebook
/RTP I think is only within like a certain distance of where player like chunks are loaded.
Ooh, Lunar New Year and
something.
pet
I'm not
merchandise.
sure.
Look at this shirt you could buy from the Wizard 101 store. The Wizard 101 store. She never bought me that blanket she said she was gonna get. That's fine. Maybe she's saving it up. I don't know. There's this blanket on the Wizard 101 store that I really want.
I think my command prompt crashed.
Uh-oh. That's never good. The one thing I absolutely hate when I'm streaming is, like, the glare of my glasses.
Well, so there's a command I found earlier.
Game capture?
That actually is extremely useful. It's called winget upgrade space dash all.
Okay.
And it updates all of your programs that are out of date. So say Discord has an update and it's not saying that it has an update. It'll automatically update. It'll go online, download it, and automatically install that update from the verified installer. So Unity, right now I have Unity, Microsoft Visual, C++,
Will you send me
and
that
Ubisoft Connect. Yeah, I can send you. And it's just, it runs for a couple minutes and it automatically updates everything. I think when I first ran it, I had like 15 things that were out of date and it's updated them all.
That's wild.
So yeah, fun times.
So last time, did Triton Avenue, got that all taken care of. Today we're going to tackle Cyclops Lane. The third of the 3 streets south of Old Town. I guess south, I don't know. There's not really a cardinal orientation to the streets. But it is the 3rd street. We do get a badge for completing this street. The 3 Street Savior badge. So, as I said in the last video, the 3 streets are kind of geared toward different types of magic, and the name suggests what they're going to be. So, like Firecat Alley, that's pretty straightforward. It's going to be a fire street. For those of you that have played Wizard 101, like I said, Triton Avenue, you would know the Tritons were like the storm, the first of the storm beings. Now we're going on to Cyclops Lane. Again, for those of you who have played, you know that Cyclops is a myth creature, myth character, myth monster, whatever you want to say. And so yeah, that's the primary tone of Cyclops Lane, is myth monsters. We'll deal with trolls, minotaurs, and Cyclops. Nolan like, just word vomits on you as soon as you walk through the door. Alright. So we just gotta travel down the path to the main park. There is a name for it. Yeah, Festival Park. Couple of side quests to pick up here. One from Private Sweeney.
Hey there, wizard! I see you've been helping out. Mighty grateful we are. Emerson and I have to stay around here.
Willow,
to
I'm working
protect
on
Nolan, but don't tell the boy I
trying
said
to
that.
find
Anyway, it means I haven't been able to go visit the armor on Rand Tamor to get my uniform
ways
patched
to
up.
convert some of the monsters from Wizard
If
101
you see him
to
out in the
D&D
street,
monsters.
mind asking him to lend me a
God.
hand? Thanks.
I have been suggested by quite a few people, which will be the route that I'd probably take, to just find something very close and similar in D&D and just reskin it and rename it.
Blue, what did you think about the cleric I made?
I am not gonna lie, I have to look over it a little bit more. I kind of just glanced at it.
Okay. You know the class and race, right?
I saw that you got a cleric. Did you have the domain figured out yet? That, like, which domain you're going with? I didn't see
Domain of Twilight.
that. Oh, okay.
It's a Domain of Twilight cleric.
I'm not gonna lie, I
And
don't
it's
know
a
anything about
Kenku.
that. Oh yeah, I know the Kanku. That's the birds that don't really directly speak. Their speech is really just mimicking other words and people that they've heard.
Exactly.
There, much better.
So that means to be scared.
You're more useful than my fellow
Yeah, it's not that.
students
It's
in
not really that
Can't
frightening. It's
speak.
just it's just interesting because they don't
But
have.
there's a problem.
It's hard to say
The
that they have their
14 was
own voice.
unsuccessful.
It's really just as like a parrot would or whatever.
Guys.
They copy the tone and
Yeah, they copy
words
the
of-
tone of whoever they're around.
Right.
I
Yeah.
played one. The only one, and the only words he could say was "smelly feet."
We could report that to Professor Drake, but
Yeah, that sounds about right for you.
Let's knock the
It was like a
sense
throwaway
out of
campaign. It was like a
saucer.
one shot.
Yes?
Yeah.
That will certainly earn us
Earn us
some
an
extra
extra
And like I really
You
didn't
go
take it
battle
seriously,
the
so I'm like,
foes.
all right,
Okay.
fine, I will play in your stupid campaign, but I'm gonna play a Kenku that only says "smelly feet."
I have to turn
That's what I did.
both of you down a little bit on my Discord because I can barely hear my game.
Good.
It's not your fault. It's definitely on my end. So I'm just turning down the user volume.
Good.
All right,
Willow.
I'm back. Yep,
Love you.
but
Lumbering Trolls, as you can tell, is the main quest. We're gonna talk to Private Emerson, get Emerson's quest, and then
I don't
we'll,
care for these trolls.
I don't
They
care
keep
for
making
these
all
trolls.
Yeah,
of me
if-
up and inscrutable and
if
boys
Kylo
structure
ever-
for no reason,
ever
just to
doesn't
pick
make
fights.
it.
They're making the whole community
Yeah,
of Cyclops
definitely
Lane
wanna
really
play
Really,
that
ugly
really
and
cleric.
toxic.
toxic.
Can you go teach these trolls some proper community etiquette?
Yeah, sure. So that gives us a couple of quests for trolls, one quest for Cyclops. Gotta talk to Rand Tamor as well. Might as well do that. Make sure he doesn't want to trolls either. He's just over here in the one super far away.
Sweeney needs new armor again? You know those guard suits are designed
to last 100 years.
I'm so mad about the
Somehow
card
that
thing.
guy goes through them every
what's
month.
this knock feature on Twitch?
I don't know.
First time, okay. He jumped down a dragon's
I'm
throat
gonna
to
knock.
rescue a student. Understandably
Oh,
causes some
Emberl
wear and
wants to
tear.
collaborate.
Ah.
Ninth time.
Decline.
Stream together only supports Chrome and Firefox for now.
Let's see if we
So
can
it
make him
doesn't-
something
it doesn't
a little
support
sturdier.
Opera, which is what I
hear the
use
armor of the
today.
skeletal
That's
warrior
bad.
sealed in the dark cave is enchanted. And the suit coats of the rotting fodder are also pretty special. Defeat the skeletal warriors and rotting fodder. Bring back what you find.
Okay, so
All right. Well,
skeletal warriors, rotting
I'm gonna disappear, so
Okay.
y'all have
Bye,
fun.
Ember.
You're probably gonna
Oh
miss
boy,
a little bit too, but I'll probably be back.
Lumbering
how
trolls.
dare you?
Lumbering trolls. Cyclops, and we need to go into the dark cave. Let's handle the dark cave first. Get that out of the way. Come on, refocus. There we go.
go. See you later tonight, probably.
Okay, sounds
I
good,
got
Willow.
something I gotta do. Bye.
Super sketch the way she says that. I got something I gotta do. If you wanted to leave, just leave. No, that's not what it is. She's just being crazy. She's got stuff to do. Alright, so rotting fodder. Fairly simple. They're basically reskinned ghouls, too. Like, rotting fodder or storm. The ghouls is a death spell, and they're, death type. But the rotting fodder are reskinned. Not too difficult to beat. Do. Alright. Hit me for a little bit. What do I want to do here? I could wait a turn. Yeah, because nothing I do will be enough to take him out, so I'll just pass. Did he pass too? He did pass. Alright. Got a little bit of a delay. I apologize. There's some sort of lag for some reason or another. It won't last super long. Oof, that was a lot. That was more than I was expecting to do. Did not collect. So that's the thing. Collection quests are not a guarantee. Oh, keep in mind about this eyeball over here. This will, this will come up later on. So, yeah, we'll, have to try again. Ember... Assistance. Ember... Assistance. Every time I forget how to do this. Oh, there we go. Never mind, got it. Account created 2 hours ago? Possible ban evader? Yeah, no. Take a hike. Okay. Go with the fire elf. There we go. That's the stewed coats. Okay. Now I just gotta go and take on a skeletal warrior for armor. Skeletal warrior's got a little bit more health over the rotting fodders. Away. Fire elf at him. Ooh, I fizzled. No! Stop the fizzle! Alright, here we go. Here we go, one more time. Give him a whack. Alright. See, we got the drop off that guy right away. So, it's just hit or miss. The drop rates are fairly high for most things. Usually it's like gear, if you're looking for specific gear, the drop rates are a little odd. But for the most part, like, drop rates are pretty high for collecting quests. there used to be a collect quest in a later world that the drop rate was listed as being fairly high, but when it came down to it, the drop rate for a lot of people was terrible. I think it was like 20% or maybe even a little less.
I can rework the enchanted metal of that armor into something even Sweeney can't break. And a lining made from those coats will provide a superior fit and comfort for the guard on the go. And done. Easy work when you have the right materials. Go tell him if he ruins this set, he needs to stop turning down all those promotions and take a desk job.
Alright, back to Private Sweeney. I'm just gonna knock out some side quests here before we get into the main thing. I mean, we'll kind of hit the main thing at the same time as the side quests, because main quest is taking on trolls.
Job. No, that ain't me. I'm a man of action, I am. And now, thanks to you, I'm dressed for the part. Thanks, wizard.
He's supposed to change. There we go. Alright. Umbring Troll. Cyclops Legionnaire. Need a belt from the Cyclops Legionnaire. Let's get a belt first, and then we'll take on trolls. I'm just gonna change the quest helper here. And that's just literally just accomplished by, you know, opening up the quest book, finding the quest you want, clicking it. It'll tell you if the quest helper is not available. It's very rare that the quest helper is not. Alright, Cyclops Legionnaire. Again, a little bit more health, 235. Got that rank 2. Not too terribly difficult though. Still only an orange rank, so. We got a power pip. Very nice. Seems like throw a pip spell off right away. Now I can throw something else at him, just for the sake of simplicity. Getting power picked is very beneficial. Really helps you to be able to just take the enemies out a little bit faster, because you can cast them 2 pip spells. 4 pips if you got 2 power pips, 6 pips if you got 3 power pips. It doubles your capability. Earned a badge for defeating defeating our first giant classification enemy. I'm gonna cycle back here a little bit because I kind of just ran over it without talking about it. As I said, in each world there's different people different objects hidden throughout the lands that you gotta collect for Prospector's Eve. In this world it's the Smith. This is the location of the Smith in Cyclops Lane. So you've got the entry back to Old Town over there. You come into the park from this street here. You can cross the bridge, go through the main strip of land, and then if you see Rand, you turn right. He's just hiding over behind this tree. Right behind the 2 drain gates. This one doesn't really show anything. One of these drain gates actually shows, like, it blows off. I don't remember which one that is. This is kind of cool. You go over here. I really wish you could get to that fountain. But they designed it, and it's flat from this angle. You can see that the water falls off the edge there. I really wish you could get over that fountain. It looks kind of cool, but I mean, this will be important for later. This chariot. This is something that we will go over, and when we get to that point. Alright, back to the quest at hand. Gotta go talk to Gloria Crendel back in Old Town. Had to do a couple of things for her now. good opportunity to recharge on our mana too. Go. I will slowly regenerate health here because this is a safe area.
I knew you'd have no trouble securing those supplies. Now, a magical binding here, some weaving spells there. All done. I hope those robes serve you well, wizard. Good fortune on all your travels.
Fire Stitched. I don't remember if they had any. They do, so I can't use them because they do add stats. Almost level 11. Yep. Alright. Back onto Cyclops Lane. Now we actually have to handle trolls. 3 trolls. 2 quests, 3 trolls each. Doesn't mean you need 6 trolls. They will count for both quests. These guys are rank 1, so they're not too difficult. I think it's 160? 135. Even weaker. Alright. Oof, just missed it. 125. Just throw another one at him. 10 HP. Oof. That's wrong. I didn't need that much to take him out, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it off. Alright, let's try again. Bloodbath. There we go. Two quests updated, each with beating troll. Alright. The only way to get a second one in the battle is if somebody else joined me. So for now, I'm just gonna continue on. I kind of like the battle themes. Actually, I like a lot of the music in this game, honestly. I love the update that they did to this street. I'll do what I did on the last 2 streets and show you the difference. I have to once I get this last clip. Flip this thing. Ooh. Alright. Real quick here. So you'll notice, you know, the cleanliness of the buildings, you can see the trees, you can see some of the landscape. It's part of, I think, Unicorn Way or something up there. I don't remember. Anyways, the cool thing is these eyeballs, these moving, like, blinking eyes that they added to the sides of the building. Those didn't exist before. Now, if I change the graphics here, advanced video, classic mode on, and change. Now here's the classic. Here's what it looked like back in 2008. Now these teleporters didn't exist either. You had to walk everywhere or use them out. But so this is what it looked like before. This is the basic, the design of the street. You know, you just had like a giant tree up there. You couldn't really see anything. This statue, very chunky. I'll show you the festival park too, because that changed quite a bit as well. The tents, it doesn't really look like they changed, but they definitely did. The bars were very square looking. You know, just very basic, very, like, old style. Banners are very simple. I think the chariot probably looks the same because the chariot was added later. I don't know. But, so, that's the classic. Then we turn the classic mode off. Yeah, the chariot looks the same. But, like, the banner looks mostly the same, but it's a bit more vibrant. The tents are more vibrant colored. Designing is a little bit different. See how the bars look now. They were very square before. They are very square. They're still square. But the buildings, and the overhead, I mean, you saw what that tree looked like before. Look at that tree now. It's very much, there's more texture, more color to it, you know. You couldn't see that building before. I don't even remember if that statue was there before. You see that giant Cyclops statue right there? No, right there. The rock falling. Was that there? I don't think it was. Let's turn the plastic mode back on. Nope. That whole cliffside didn't exist before. I never realized that. Like, it just ended up there. And then you go back to turn the plastic mode off. There's a whole cliffside! That's wild. I can't believe I never noticed. Well, you can see quite a bit of the difference in the texture. Coloration, the texture. Look one more time here, and then I'll call it good. Like, I guess the trees kind of look a little bit more normal, but, like, look at that fountain. Look how plain Jane that fountain looks. Very basic. Turn classic mode off. Water looks more natural. That fountain is much bigger and much more... I guess the trees kind of suffered a little bit in this area. I think they went for more natural looking texture and tree shape though. Like the windows are better designed. That's different too, doesn't it? Oof. Yeah. Also, like the coloration, as you can see, like it was brighter, but it was almost like the gamma was too high on it. But yeah, like look how basic this statue looks. And this is the last time. I promise. I promise. Now look how much more fanciful that statue looks. So much better. The coloration is more neutral, more better looking. The design on the buildings is the best change here, honestly. Okay, so back to defeating trolls. Need one more troll. One more troll. Okay. I take 2 rounds. Please. Yeah. Is it rather? Okay. And we'll just throw a beetle at him. Just one.
You fight good. You're not as easy to capture as other students were. Now General Achilles let trolls go hungry.
The Nolans? Why do I have a gift? Let's get a gift. What? That's birthday stuff. Okay. Question. Couple not even.
Oi! One of the trolls came up to me and apologised for being so mean and saying me spear looks like a cheap fireplace poker. Hopefully, the trolls will be back under Professor Drake's control soon. In the meantime, though, at least they're being civilized.
Yep. No one.
What? The trolls summoned to defeat the Cyclopses have joined up with them and captured my student assistants? What did you do? Never mind, never mind. This is no time for recriminations. That will come later. Now we must figure out how this happened. Myth minions cannot just turn on their masters. It's against their code of honor, or laws of physics, or whatever. There's something strange afoot.
Something strange is afoot here.
I think our best course of action is to tell a grown-up. Report the situation to Professor Drake, while I remain and bravely hold the line. Make sure to mention that I'm still here, bravely holding the line while the other students are busy talking and getting...
You can get to Ravenwood and back quickly by pressing the mark button. Use the return to commons button to get back to the commons, and then head to Ravenwood.
Go to... Into Ravenwood. After the School of Myth. Apologies.
Yes, trouble on Cyclops Lane, something students. Oh, you're one of those fast talkers, aren't you? Lovely. Let me save you the trouble of breathlessly barking and dancing about like a dog reporting a mishap in a well. I already know everything. And I need you, yes you, to help me save Cyclops Lane. Are you up to it? Splendid. Then quickly, go to Victor Darkwood in the shopping district.
Okay.
He will give you an item of great importance. Bring it back to me.
What does that have to do with helping the students in Cyclops Lane? You have some like special item for us or something? Item of great importance. Maybe something to handle the trolls or regain control or find out why they changed. So we'll go find out. Alright, into the rope shop. Hi, Victor. So Cyrus told me to come talk to you and get an item of great importance from you.
Welcome to Darkwood's Apparel Barrel, where shopping for apparel's more fun than Monkistons in a barrel. Professor Drake sent you, eh? Which one? The mean one or the evil one? Cyrus?
Oh, he's the mean one.
He's the mean one. The old Death Professor Malistaire, oi, that's his brother. Always wear a grumpy pair. Can't say I mind there being one less around these days. Anyway, here's the old Grump's package. All his laundry clean, pressed, and folded correctly. No matter what he says.
You've got to be kidding me. That's not an item of great importance. You could go get your own dry cleaner. Sore in my hand, I apologize. Work is tough on the hands. Alright, back to the School of Myth. Let's see what he's got to say about this. This is a bit ridiculous, really. Hello.
That certainly took you long enough. No doubt Victor folded my robes improperly as well.
Okay.
Why do you continue raving about Cyclops Lane? The situation is well in hand. I sent an army of trolls to ensure as much.
Yeah, no, that's what you're not getting. The trolls have taken over.
The trolls are revolting, you say? Yes, that is a problem, and it must be dealt with harshly.
Take this note to Headmaster Ambrose at once.
Why are we getting Ambrose involved? Like, you sent the trolls there. Why don't you take care of the trolls? Why do I gotta get the headmaster? Okay, well, guess we'll go have a chat with Merle. See what he wants to do about this. Bit ridiculous, really. You start the problem, you can't solve the problem, you gotta delegate the work? Like, what? Okay. Headmaster Ambrose. Cyrus told me to come here. Professor Drake, I should say. Talk to you. Can you help?
I will not expel you. I realize Professor Drake takes particular umbrage at the trolls are revolting joke, but this is simply too far.
Expel me for what?
You mean to say the trolls he sent to Cyclops Lane are revolting in the combative sense? Oh dear, he must remedy this at once.
Okay.
Don't worry, young wizard. Professor Drake may seem callous, but he is not his brother. Impress upon him the severity of the issue, and he will help.
Okay. Back to the bald guy. Tell you what, though, if I get, like, transformed into a humongo frog, I'm gonna flip. Just trying to solve the problem here. Apparently not good enough, or I'm saying the wrong thing? I don't know. Okay. Schooling it. Cyrus. Professor Drake. Help!
You're still here? The trolls are rebelling, Captured some students, you say? Nolan behaving bravely? I don't believe you.
Oh. Okay.
Although, thinking about it, Wizard City is old and holds many ghosts with strange powers not commonly practiced today.
Okay.
It's not impossible such a spirit may have a way to enthrall my minions, though General Achilles would have neither means nor motive to summon one.
Yeah.
What's that? Yes, Malastair would. I heard you met him. Well, he and Achilles are old comrades.
Who knows what dark powers he gave Cyclops?
All I can do is guide you. Whatever my brother summoned to disrupt my magic will be with Achilles. Find it, destroy it, and save the students. Also, make sure young Master Stormgate doesn't get swallowed by his own humongo frog again.
Alright.
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Wait, did he just laugh?
Also, make sure young Master Stormgate doesn't get swallowed by his own humongo frog again.
I've never heard that laugh. I didn't know he could laugh.
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Recall to Cyclops Lane. The fact that it cost him mana to do that, it didn't used to before. There's also like this, like it's just stuck there so you can redo it multiple times. I don't know. Whatever.
Professor Drake said to tell me not to get
eaten.
I knew deep down he really cared, and he's trusted me to save Cyclops Lane.
No, he hasn't.
So then, if the students were kidnapped by trolls, and the trolls work for the Cyclopsi, then a Cyclops should know where the students are.
No, really?
Therefore, my first order of business is to have you go fight Cyclopsicles until one tells you where the students are.
Okay. Cyclopsicles. Got it. Right. Okay. This is a defeat and collect quest, basically, because we're trying to collect information. Oh, nice, a power pip. I love getting a power pip. I fizzled. Okay. Try this again. There we go. Not often that you fizzle more than one in a row. Alright. Need to finish him off. So, Scorpion.
The trolls deliver them, because there's nightmares in there no sane Cyclops can endure.
Students are in the dark cave. Okay. Back to the dark cave. Gotta save the students.
You have to get us out of here. Those zombie creatures have the talisman to dispel these bubbles. Get it from them, please.
Okay. Defeat rotting fodder. Collect talisman. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let's take a risk. Ooh, actually worked out. See if it does enough. No resistance. Alright, throw a dark sprite to finish him off.
Fine. Take the talisman. Free the miscreants. But you will all be chow for the Great One, whose gaze enthralls and whose teeth destroy.
Great One. Okay. Oh! Sometimes that happens. I wasn't paying attention, I got snagged, so I'm just gonna take this guy out. Yeah, do it this way. I'm just gonna pass and let the damage finish him off. There we go. Alright, let's not get snagged this time. Okay. Flip it across here.
Oh,
bubble.
Thank you!
Holy
I thought for
Ironheart.
sure the spirits here were going to possess us and make us dance to catchy, upbeat music. It's my worst fear. I don't know what happened. The trolls just grabbed us and sealed us in bubbles to become vessels for the Great One.
Whatever that means. You can see she's a balance wizard based on her attire.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd very much like to flee in terror.
If you'll excuse me, I just want to run away! Okay, we gotta find another bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. He was in here.
You rock!
He's
See
ice.
all these gnarly ghosts? Oh, yeah. Osiris said they were sealed in this cave by his bro back in the day. Something with power over the dead broke him out, though. Oh, I bet it was Malorn. Dude's always been jealous of my raw cool. Oh, you think Malistaire did it? Didn't he blow up with the Death School or something?
That's the theory. Nobody really knows. They think
rays.
that he blew up with the Death School. Because the Death School is gone. We've been into Ravenwood a couple of times. I could show you, but there's just a giant hole where the Death School was supposed to be. It just doesn't exist. Looking for another bubble. Another bubble. Bubble, bubble. Double the bubble. Flex. Still don't really know what that's for, but anytime I see it, I gotta get it. Alright, what do we got here? Electric storm cloud.
Let me guess, Nolan sent you to do his work for him? That is such a myth wizard thing to do. Or maybe it's just him. I'll get everyone to safety. Find us back by Nolan and we can discuss next steps.
Okay. Electra. It's Electra. Boogie woogie woogie. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, back out on site.
Everyone safe? Good. Now we need to finish the job the trolls and Warhorn started. We need to defeat General Achilles. I don't know what dark influence Achilles found in this cave or how it lets him disrupt control of Professor Drake's minions, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like it matters a little bit.
We'll never get to
Achilles' tower with those Warhorns on his side.
No, we definitely won't. Our spell books are gone. They're not entry-level monsters. But our new friend here can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's an excellent idea I just had. Wizard, go fight Warhorns until they surrender. I'll stay here and protect the others.
Okay, of course you will.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh. What do you want, Rosie?
Hey, another problem with Warhorns. One of them stole something from me when we were captured. Something very difficult to replace. My maze book. Minotaurs guard labyrinths, you see. So they said they can't let me finish those mazes.
That's funny.
So if you happen to be fighting them anyway, could you get it back for me? Thanks.
I think it's funny that she said she lost her maze book, and the collection requires collecting 2 maze books. Maybe it's one half and another half? I don't know. It just always amuses me when the collect quests are for collecting multiple, even though, like, the NPC's requirement said, like, I lost this 1 item. And they're like, hey, collect these 3 things. I lost this 1 item. Hey, collect, like, 4 of these things. Why? At least if you're gonna do that, say it's a piece, don't say it's the whole thing. Warhorns are a little bit more difficult. Red name, Warhorn, rank 2 elite. They'll take a little bit more damage to take down. 285, a little higher, not terrible. Yeah, I'll pass this turn. I can handle these guys. Throw an imp at him, because why not? Alright, 1 of 3 Warhorns, 1 of 2 maze books. It's progress. A little bit more juice here. Alright. Back into it. Taking on another Warhorn. Alright. I will just put a fire blade on. Fire elf. I failed. Okay. Let's go for the Sunbird then. Alright. Got the maze book. One more Warhorn. One more Warhorn. And a fizzled again? Alright, well, let's throw Sunbird at him, finish him off. There we go. That'll do it. Alright. You won't get past Colonel Romulus anyway. You just wasted your time. Alright, well, we'll see about that. Grab this little bit of mana. It's right here. Grab some HP. You guys hit a little harder to take down, but that's, you know, rank 2 elite. And I'm running with no gear, too, so I really have to be cautious about how I do this. Alright, Romulus.
I saw you defeat the Warhorns, wizard. But
look at that eyebrow.
You defeat Achilles himself? I hope so. He just hasn't been the same since that undead monster came in. I'll be honest with you, it scares me, wizard. Someone needs to save General Achilles from himself. Can you do it? Then go inside, and good luck.
Real quick though, we're gonna go turn in Rosie's quest. Oh, and lo and behold,
oh, thank
Garrick
you.
has a quest.
And see, it says right on the front, Maze Book, not labyrinths, no guarding necessary. Silly Warhorns.
Garrick and Electra have quests as well. Garrick, what do you need?
When the Manic Myth minions grabbed us, they also stole our spellbook so we couldn't fight back. Smart move, really. Otherwise, they'd have to deal with all this raw awesome. Rawsome, as I sometimes call myself.
Ridiculous.
Anyways, I heard the Warhorns saying they buried our books somewhere around here. No idea where, but I have a plan to find out.
Okay, I'm listening.
The gnarly thing is, though, I need a pet. They have the Mucho Sensorinos, yo, and could sniff out the Mystic spellbooks, right? You got a pet, right, my whiz? Want to send it out to search Cyclops Lane to find our buried spellbooks?
Sure, I suppose. So I actually have to equip my pet for this. Play as pet. A dirt mound. I'm not actually collecting dirt. We're collecting the stuff under the dirt mounds. Dirt mound. Another one over here somewhere. Alright. I don't have to play as the pet anymore, so I'll hit the cancel play as pet button. And I will unequip him. Turn in the quest.
You found all the spell books? Oh, rock. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, they're a bit on the dirty side.
Yeah.
That's nothing a Tempest spell can't solve. Many thanks, my whiz. And tell the undead to watch out, because Captain Ross is back.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what Electra wanted.
Before the Cyclopes went mad, there was going to be a Then Fair. You know, everyone in fancy dress pretending to live in the past. That's what these tents were for, but I guess they barely started setting up before everything went off the rails. Then Fair is one of my all-time favorite events of the year. Can you convince some merchants in the shopping district it's safe to return?
I can try.
Ask Victor Darkwood about costumes, Lloyd Fallingwater about stands, and Pierre Gallantmain about prizes.
Alright. Guess we'll do that. So, this. Alright. Into the old tower. Old town, they're not the old tower. Into old town. And there's a quest there from Sergeant Muldoon. Guess we'll pick that up since I'm here.
Good job on cleaning up those streets. You know, if this whole student of magic thing doesn't work out, you have a bright future as a guard. For now, though, report back to the headmaster and tell him that everything is under control.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna regenerate some mana here. Okay, and I needed to go talk to the shopping district merchants. Darkwood and the robe shop. Second time talking to him, this time it'll be a nicer topic.
Welcome to Darkwood's Apparel Barrel, where... Oh, it's you. Did Cyrus complain about his laundry?
Yes, he did.
Figures. You want me to provide costumes for the Then Fair, huh? Well, I do enjoy making those old-timey clothes. Nice change of pace. But I heard about all the problems on Cyclops. Oh, you handled it. Well, look at you. Sure then, I'll make them then costumes.
Okay. Back to Lloyd falling, or off to Lloyd Fallingwater. Not back to, off to. Lloyd Fallingwater. What shop does he do? Oh, he's the Castle Block recipe.
Welcome, customers, to Do or DIY, where your home is your castle if you build it yourself. Ah, the Then Fair is back on? Great! I'll start chopping the wood and forging the nails I'll need to build the merchant stands post-haste.
Cool. Thank you, sir. And then Pierre Gallantmain in the Wizard City Amulet Shop. Alright. Amulets. Hello, Pierre.
Buy something and then quickly depart my presence.
Oh, okay.
The Then Fair? That silly little harlequinade of infants and imbeciles dressed as cavemen or something equally regressive?
Oui,
I can participate. Alas, my prize rings have been stolen. The rings do fire, ice, wind, dirt, and the fifth one. But I care not for it. I spit on its name. Petooey. The guards, such as they are, found the thieves in houses on the Unicorn Way, Triton Avenue, Cyclops Lane, and the Dark Cave.
Oh, okay.
If you wish prizes for the Then Fair, recover those rings and take them to the girl who sent you.
Alright. So a quest within a quest it is. start with, yeah, I guess the easiest one would be Unicorn Way. Go to the commons. Could have just, yeah, it's fine. Where's this thief's? The one street that still does not have a teleport set up on it. Huh, Diego's good. Talk to Diego real quick. Unlocking the truth. Eh?
Wizard, at last you have come! Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind a wooden skeleton lock. A powerful wood I thought only.
So this was to introduce you to key doors.
I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students in the combative arts to do the research myself. However, I did hear there's a new assistant in the library whose focus is in the skeleton locks and keys. Could I impose upon you to consult him?
Yeah, I suppose we could go talk to Clortho, but let me do this quest first, since I'm working on this. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, going to the thief's house here in Unicorn. Welcome, welcome. Just doing a kind of a challenge on Wizard 1. I've played this game multitude of times. I've played it through multitude of times. Actually beta tested the game before it launched publicly back in 2008. So I'm trying something a little different. We're doing no gear challenge. So basically, aside from one, because you have to have, well, you don't have to, but because wands you can get that don't provide any kind of boost to stats. Aside from dex, because you have to have dex to cast spells, and some gear that boosts Arch Mastery, which is multi-class spellcasting. We're not doing anything that provides any kind of boosting stats. No attack boost, defense boost, health boost, accuracy, anything.
We're the
Yeah.
You can fear us too, because destroying your planet is the thing we do.
Yeah, so trying something to add a little bit more difficulty. I've done 4 previous videos on this. Kind of working through chunks at a time. Currently working on Cyclops Lane and the associated quests and side quests with that. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, my primary is a Death Wizard, and I've got a little bit of the neutral to finish up, but beyond that, he's pretty up to date on things. So I thought I'd give myself a challenge. I've done a Fire Wizard before, I've done Life, I've done Myth Balance. I haven't done Ice or Storm yet. But I thought I'd give something else to try. Oh, that's rude. Don't put a fire shield up. That's what I use. Good thing I've got that Balance Mastery, but... Alright, so I can't use fire, so we'll use my secondaries. I mean, I could use fire, but that resistance is gonna kill me, so... So you'll probably understand how a lot of this goes. Some of this may be repetition for you, I apologize. But I'm doing it for the people that, you know, don't play this game regularly, don't understand how it works.
Take the Ring of Fire. I've already done my part. You'll never reach the others before the Destroyer rises.
Yeah, that's kind of been the big thing that, like, pushed me away from Storm Wizards, was just the accuracy. It just, like, the absolute fizzle rate of Storm Wizards early on, anyways. I mean, eventually they do get better for sure, and you can definitely get the gear to bump you up. But especially for a no gear challenge, I just feel like that might be a little over the top for what I'm trying to do. Okay, so we got the Ring of Fire. Let's see what the next ring is. 5 rings in total. 4 that they knew, and the 5th one, didn't know the answer to. So, yeah. Off to Triton Avenue. Down to the Triton Avenue. Gonna get the ring back. Yeah, I started a no-gear wizard once before, and then kind of, like, I got busy, and then I lost track of what I was doing, and so I was like, I'm just gonna start over fresh from scratch. And so here we are. Level 11, Initiate Pyromancer. Oh, passed it. Right, yeah. If you get that maximized damage, absolutely.
Who are you?
A ring of water, huh?
You see, I'm busy here. It's rude to interrupt, you know, and rudeness must be punished.
And I don't necessarily have an issue with ice wizards. The attacks are kind of underwhelming to me. They're very much more of a defensive class, and I'm not a defensive player, you know? I think a lot of the classes, especially with, like, the spell revamps and stuff, a lot of the classes are a lot better, more properly balanced out now. I was a bit disappointed with when they started making the multi-school spells, starting in Novus and then in Wallaroo. I wasn't impressed because most Death Wizards, which is what my primary school is, most Death Wizards don't go with Storm as their secondary. But the spell from Novus is a Storm spell. Yeah, probably. The Wallaroo Death School spell is an ice secondary.
We will avenge our banishment. He will summon a destroyer of
dirt, fire, wind, water, and etc.
You know, destroy you. My incantation was complete. The ring of water is powerless now, so you can have it. Wear it to your funeral.
Okay. Highest level is 38? Yeah. Got a ways to go. My highest level is he 170? I think he's 170, which is the max right now. If he's not 170, he's like just shy at 169. I think he's 170, but I haven't completed some of the quests. Alright, go to the Thief's House at Cyclops Lane. I wanted that mana ball. Wisp. Yeah, I've technically maxed out my wizard multiple times. Ah, sure. That's understandable, yeah. But, yeah, no, I've technically maxed out my character multiple times if you think about it, because, like, I started when it was in beta, and so my character got to level 50 when Dragonspire was the end, and then Celestia came out, and I got to the end of Celestia, and, you know, Zafaria and Avalon and so on and so forth. Every time it comes out with the next world, I get my character to whatever the end point is at that point. I've maxed that character multiple times. Now he's, you know, almost 170 or at 170, finished up with the new final world. Working on the spell writing stuff. Yes. Yep. Yeah, now that they've rewritten everything, it's a little different. But yeah, I believe I was. Oh. Did you talk to Private Emerson for another quest?
Achilles ain't the only Cyclops to go rogue.
Notorious
criminal Ius Maximus is lurking on this street as well. Stole the legendary Thunderhammer he did. Not that legendary Thunderhammer. I mean the sculpture made by famous artist Pablo C. Thunder.
Oh, okay.
It's worth more than I make in a decade, and that lanky lame-brain is probably using it to drive nails. He's likely just backing his old hideout down the street. Mind taking a look for me? If he's there, I'll get some guards to back you up.
Okay. I guess. I think I still want to go to the East South first and handle that first. Oh yeah, they completely overhauled the beginning tutorial quests. Like, if you go into Triton Avenue now, they got rid of part of where the haunted minions are, and now there's electric eels. And you start with some basic quest for defeating electric eels.
You come to stop us.
Fear of gentle breezes.
Nothing can. We are the planet fears. The terrors born of all natural disasters. We are the shivering during a storm warning. The lump in the back of your throat during a small earthquake. We are the inconvenience of every snowfall.
Can we talk a little faster here?
But we are nothing compared to what's coming. Meaningless in the wake of the destroyer.
The destroyer.
Made flesh.
Jeebus. That was unnecessary. Oh, okay. Gotcha. When did you start? Did you start, like... I know you said you used to play at peak in 2018, but did you start around 2018? Did you start, like, earlier than that? Oh, okay. You should have been around for the early days. Oh man, it was wild. So, like, gardening was a thing when Mushu was added in, which was, you know, during the beta days. Prior to release, Dragonspire didn't actually exist until, like, just before final release. Or the initial release of the game.
What's coming? But if you're so desperate to reclaim
This voice is distracting me, I apologize.
Here you go.
like pets, for instance. Pets, when they first introduced pets into the game, pets were just furniture items. They didn't have any kind of stats. You couldn't go train them in the pet pavilion. The pet pavilion wasn't really a thing. Like, they didn't have mounts initially. The bazaar didn't exist right away either.
I already used up
Gardening wasn't a thing. Fishing wasn't a
to
thing.
provide breath to the destroyer.
Like, this game, as much as people are like, well, this game hasn't really changed much, and this and that, it really has. Honestly, I mean, there's some people that are like, oh, it's still just as boring as it was before, and it wasn't boring. I've never thought it was boring either. But the things that have changed in it have just been... There have been some minor changes, there have been some, you know, quest line changes, there have been some adds of quests, there have been removals of quests, there have been some spells that were added, spells that were taken away, spells that were retired altogether, and then there were some major changes, like, some of them I'm okay with, some of them I'm not okay with, and then everybody's like that, but for instance, a lot of the bigger bosses have had their health scaled down, their attack strength scaled down, the resistance scaled down. Some of the cheats have been dialed back a little bit. They cut down the time on the attack all spells.
The rise of the Destroyer should have a witness. Someone to go blind in the light of his glory.
Yeah, it was a lot. There also used to be, and I forget when they finally patched it out because it took them forever. There used to be this wild glitch, where it would, I don't remember if it was him, I think it was him. He would summon, like, Sylvia Drake, but it looked like a wraith on your side of the field, and she would attack him.
There's only one
that doesn't
ring
happen
left. The fifth ring. The oft-forgotten Ring of Guts. It's super important, though. It's what makes him a physical thing that can destroy, not just swirling energy. So, Ring of Guts, activate!
Yeah, it's wild.
Is it activating? I don't think it's activating. Lousy ring. Probably only works if you have working guts. Hey, you look alive. Want to help me out here? Either you do it, or I'll make you do it.
They changed Penny Dreadful's quest, too, because, they changed, like, how you received your first pet, when they changed how pets functioned to begin with. They changed spell quests, eliminating the like, set stage spell quests for, some of the bigger things. There's been some minor changes, there's been some major changes. I'm not keen on how they introduced Archmastery. Simply because, like, they've added in the place that really introduces and explains how Archmastery works after they started showing it. So, like I said, they started showing Archmastery in Novus and Wallaroo with the spells that you gained that did damage that required a different school hit. Like I said, the Death one from Novus required a Storm Pip. The Death one from Wallaroo requires Monster. The issue with that, like I said, is Death Wizards don't really necessarily use Ice Resistant or Stone Resistant. I mean, the most common things you look at is that, like, Fire is the way to go, or even Life, or Myth. I might die here. I need to be really careful so I don't break the bucket here. then they added in Archmastery, and they kind of give you the option as they're going through the Archmastery stuff, which is really dived into in Selenopolis, the new world.
Oh, bother. Fine,
And
fine. Sheesh, calm down.
now they give you the option of like 7 or 8 different spells, depending on what you want your second school to be. They should have done that first. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Take the rings of dirt and guts and go. Do whatever you were going to do with them.
But so, they should have brought in Selenopolis first, and went over spell writing and Archmastery, and then gave you, instead of just giving you a set Archmastery school spell for Novus and Wallaroo, it should have been, like, I don't know, there's probably some way they could have coded in a list that you could pick from. So if you were a Death Wizard, you could pick an Ice, a Fire, a Storm, a Life, a Myth, a Balanced School, depending on what your playstyle was. If you were a Fire Wizard, you could pick Ice, Storm, Myth, Life, Death, or Balance, you know? Instead of just a straight, like, okay, you've reached this level and you finished this quest, we're giving you your Death School, so you're getting this Death and Storm spell, and then in Wallaroo, we're giving you this Death and Ice spell. The choices would have been a little bit nicer.
All the shopkeepers agreed to help us, and you stopped Angry Ghost from destroying the world?
Yeah, no worries.
This is shaping up to be the best thing
I'm
ever.
hoping it'll go pretty well too. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, and you even have rings we can give out as prizes. Let's see. Dirt, fire, wind, water, and guts? Like actual guts? Neat.
Neat.
Let's just put that last one away. Thank you,
Thank you
so much, Wizard. Make sure to visit the Then Fair when it's up and running.
Alright. Will do. Okay, so we've completed that side quest. Unlocking the truth. Ace Maximus's tower. I don't want to do Unlocking the Truth, because that goes into another dungeon that's not even in this area. So let's start with Ias Maximus's tower. I can get back to Unlocking the Truth once I'm done with Cyclops Lane. Also, I know you left already, Pro One, but thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, you might not be able to find my the other videos on my Twitch channel, but if you run over to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to find it there. I've got them in a playlist by itself. Alright, Lair of Ias Maximus. Anybody here to join us? Nope. Alright. Should be able to handle this. Hopefully. Not sure, but we're gonna give her a try here. So I think if I get Triton Avenue done, depending on, or Cyclops Lane done, depending on time, I may end there. I may try to get, maybe at least started on the next street? I don't know, we'll see.
I think it's broken. Hey, who are you? Can you make this thunder hammer do thunder? No? Then you're no use to me.
You've got the wrong thunder. Alright, so now, as you can see, this guy's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Got a purple name for a boss. Little trickier. $350 health. Oof. Okay. And 285 on the Warhorn. So collectively, I mean, we're talking over 600 health. So we're gonna have to really be careful, because they've got almost more health than I've got. Actually, I think they got the same, 635 between the two of them. Right, 350, 285. Okay, I'm gonna run the risk and pass, and then I just want to Sunbird Ias and get him dealt with. Because He's gonna be the biggest threat. And then I can handle it. Alright. Sunbird, please don't fail me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, no. Arr, arr, arr. Not great. Not great at all. Okay, I'm gonna be really careful here, because now I'm really just... Get rid of these scarabs, these dark sprites, and this imp. Throw the fire elf at the warhorn. I gotta reduce the damage. That'll be enough to take him out in one go, but I know. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ooh, yeah, just more than I had. It's been a while since I died. That was, unfortunate. It does happen. Just unfortunately because that failed Sunbird. So... I'm gonna regain some health here. Quickest way is to just find some health wisps and collect them. Can't get any here. Safest place to do it is to go to Golem Court, pick them up. Because you still regenerate health in Golem Court, it's still technically considered a safe zone. Okay. They changed that? Oh, there it is, okay. But there's also the health wisp hanging out. To allow us to regain health a little bit faster. There is a time limit for the dungeon I was in. 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes, honestly. So I'm gonna run around here in Golem Court and just regenerate the health. This will allow me to keep track of that timer as well. 4 minutes ain't bad. At lower levels, regaining health is relatively quick. With gear, you'll regain health faster too. It's not 10 points per whatever it is. Alright, so back to the dungeon. I'll give this another whirl. Alright, Ias. I'm back. You and me and you, both of us. I'm gonna get rid of all these basic cards just to kind of try and thin out the deck for the more advanced stuff that's gonna benefit. Everybody yawning. Come on, give me a Sunbird. There's a Sunbird. Alright. Throw the blood bat away in the scarab. Throw another Fireblade on just past the turn. Here comes a troll! Ow. Okay, not bad. Another one of those. Oh, blood bat. Okay, basic. Now hopefully this time... Gonna make it through 2 turns, or 2 enemy turns. Hopefully this time the Sunbird won't fail. Come on, Sunbird, don't fail me again. Can't take second turn. Alright, if the Warhorn uses a troll, I'm toast. Nope, beetle. Okay. Now, the only concern is I have to hope that the Warhorn doesn't use anything too powerful. Ice is down. And I can't cast anything this turn. Concerning. I couldn't have thrown all the basic cards away. Oh yeah, that's gonna toast me. Come on. You get the max damage on that. That's ridiculous. So this is where running the No Gear Challenge gets tricky. Because it's about the spells that you pull and the random number generation too. So, you know, are they going to pass versus cast a spell? Instead of using a 2-pip spell, will they only use a 1-pip spell? Maybe instead of casting traps on you, or negative wards, as the game would like you to call it. Well, no, it's the generalized term is negative ward, but it's actually just, you know, they call it a trap too. They use them interchangeably, but so it really comes down to chance. It's not even about skill. It is to a point, but it's really, when you're not using gear, it comes down to chance. Are you going to get the right spells before they do? Are they going to hit you with stronger or weaker spells? Are they going to use something that doesn't do any damage right away, but then benefits them on the next? Alright. It's full health, full mana. Let's give it another whirl here. You know, as they say, third time's a charm. We're gonna give it that third time. If I had gone first, it probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal. I didn't go first. I go first this time. Okay. Rid of that, rid of that, get rid of that. Keep. Cast fire. The other thing too is my power percentage is relatively low right now, so the chances of gaining a power dip are few and far between. But that benefit, again, that's just random number generation right now. Got that Sunbird. Do I want to play the Fire Elf? No, I'll pass and try and get the Sunbird out. I'll try to do it this again. See, something like that. I stood hit me. Instead, he went for the trap. Come on, Sunbird. Come on, Sunbird. Yes. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Cooking with gas. Alright, so now it's me against the Warhorn. And statistically speaking, I should be able to win. I've got more health. He has more pips, but I got more health and I get to go first. 285. I don't want to do this. I think I'll pass this turn. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Fire Cat. Now I'll throw a Fire Elf at him. Now the initial damage isn't very beneficial. He's got 285. That's 170 on the first one. Easy. Oh, that could hurt. Oh, please no. Oh god. Jeez. One more time. Wow. I actually can't beat this guy. I mean, I can. I'll get there. I think I'm gonna have to just go more frequent, smaller spells rather than trying to build up to the larger spell. Clearly, trying to get a Sunbird out is not the option to go. Health wisp. I need another health wisp. Golem Court is the best place to go to get health safely. Otherwise, you're gonna have to, like, go into one of the streets and try to get health, and be cautious about it. And since I'm trying to get into a dungeon, I kinda don't really want to do that. There is a faster way. I have the potion I could use, or I could play a minigame and that would refill my health too, but... A spring of some sort that you could, like, walk up to and push a button, and that would regenerate your health. That'd be kind of cool. Or slowly regenerate every few seconds. Not as fast as I'd like. Because I've got enough, I am just gonna go into Cycloplane and collect them. I cannot believe Bias is giving me this much trouble, and it's not even really him. It's the Warhorn that's with me. It just seems to get the better of me. This will be the last bit. Oh, is that a glitch twist? Didn't hit the box correctly. Here we go. Off to Bias. Okay. Attempt number 2. Number 4. Alright. Ooh, I got a power pip. Yeah! That might benefit, because I have to wait fewer turns to get the Sunbird up. So we'll throw a fire blade up. And then I can Sunbird on turn 2 instead of Sunbird on turn 3. Just one less round of attack. Alright. Go for the Sunbird. Please. Please. Come on. Sunbird. Yes! Victory. Oh. So again, purely random number generation. I happen to get a power pip instead of a base pip for my start, which changes the game. Fine, the troll? Nothing. I'm gonna go the safer route this time. I'm gonna throw a Fire Cat in. Yeah. I got another power pip. Well, let's just go for the Scorpion. I could get 160, which would kind of be a bummer. I'm hoping I get a little bit more than the base damage. Once that's enough. I'll take it.
You know, if this Thunderhammer actually worked, you wouldn't have beat me.
Yeah, I lost multiple times. Thank you.
So fine, take it to Emerson. Let these guys arrest me. I'll be back. Nothing can escape the all-seeing eyes.
Okay. Back off to Private Emerson. I think there's a teleporter. Yep, there is. That was rough. That's the first hurdle I've had in a little while. He was... Oh, that's fine.
I heard we arrested Ius Maximus thanks to you. How'd I hear? Messenger grackles. Standard practice, really. I'll take this work of art back to Pablo Thunder. He's been real emotional about it. Creative types, right?
Alright. Now back to, task at hand. Achilles' Keep. This will be another difficult fight. Oop. Not this one. This was unintentional. I could run. I don't want to because it would be a lot further away than I need to be. The part, but honestly, the experience isn't a bad thing. Alright, we'll just throw a fire elf. Or not. Wow. Numbers be getting me today. Can't go with the Sunbird. Can't fail twice in a row, right? Beautiful. Phew. Alright. Get spent. They're all stacked together here, so real quickly run along the street. Use one more health wisp before we get going. Ooh, and there's a mana wisp over there. See if I can safely get to that or not. Oh, there's one there too. Let's get them both. Why not? I can safely get to that one. You? Oh, it crossed. There we go. Alright. All the way to the end. Achilles Keep. Maxed out on health and mana. Alright. Now let's try and take on Achilles. There's also a book for the history quest in here too that we need to get.
One of you comes to face me at last. Know this. I see Cyclops Lane, but it was not my choice.
It was mine. No, down here, near the ground. Yes, me. Fear me. For I am a prince of Darkmoor.
Cursed to be a bunny, bitten by a vampire, then trapped between physical and spiritual planes.
I am a ghostly vampire bunny.
I am a ghostly vampire bunny.
City with my hypnotic gaze. Alas, I was sealed in a cage with the other undead. But Malistaire destroyed our prison, sent us to cause chaos. And then his brother provided an easily swayed army of trolls and cows. Sadly, yours is too keen an intellect to fall for my diabolical cuteness. So instead,
Wild.
sit them, General.
Alright. So again, this time we've got a Cyclops, so hopefully a little bit easier than a Warhorn, because the Warhorns are rank 2 elite, Cyclops are just rank 2. But we've got General Achilles, who is a rank 2 boss. And I think he's got a bit more health than Aias did. This could be interesting. Yeah, 470 and 35. So we've got a total of 705, and that's concerning. Alright, how to do this. I think we are actually going to have to try and pass and get Sunbird out to take out General Achilles. As long as spells go the way I want them to. Alright, can handle that for now. Ooh, I got a power pit. That makes it a little easier. Come on, Sunbird, do your thing. Come on! Yes! This might be easier than I was expecting. 418, not quite enough. That's fine. Let's finish him off with something small. I would have liked to get a little more damage, but if I can get him out of the way. Cyclops Legionnaire is a pushover. Alright, I need 52. Let's go with the Fire Cat. Yes. Okay. Alright. General Achilles is down. Now just for the Legionnaire. Keep throwing small spells like that. Right as rain. Okay. 235. I'm gonna pass this turn. Yes. Thank you. Alright. Throw the Fire Elf at him. Just because that way, even if things don't go as well as I'd like, he's capable of doing his damage. So he gets 100. And now he's down to 135. And then he takes 7. So he's down to 65. I don't even have to play a spell. I know the damage is going to be 70. He's got 65 health. I'm just going to pass. Easy peasy lemon of the squeeze.
So you brought Achilles to heal. Doesn't matter. As long as my influence remains over Cyclops Lane, I will never fade.
Okay.
He's right, you know. His thralls keep him tethered to the physical world. But if he lost them, he'd fade back to the nexus twixt life and death.
Okay.
I'm telling you this because I never liked that bunny. I took Cyclops Lane as a distraction from Malister's plan, whatever that is. We Cyclops are an honorable people, and I was honor-bound to Malister for saving my life from a rogue optometrist. Now, I'm honor-bound to you. The Great One sees the watching eyes, our security system, turning them into hypno-eyes to lull all the minions on the street, all at once.
Okay.
Even now, these crystal balls maintain his bewitching gaze. Destroy them, and his influence over this street will dissipate.
Just the one? Because you said crystal balls, but I only see one here. I'll get the History of Myth Magic book first.
In its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well the troll came to life and attacked the audience. The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today.
Okay. Alright, destroy the crystal ball.
This isn't the end of me, Wizard. I'll be back.
Ours will be
a rivalry for the ages.
You'll see.
One day, the Great One will return.
He probably won't return.
His thralls should slowly return to normal. I vow I will honor my word and restore order to this street. Very nice. Okay. So now that we've completed that, back to Nolan's Stormgate. Hi, Nolan.
The trolls and Warhorn seem more docile now. I take it that means we were successful in defeating General Achilles?
Yes, sir.
More like this wizard was successful, bro. Doesn't look like you moved an inch since you got us captured.
Now, let's not point fingers. We succeed and fail as a team. And I will report our success to Professor Drake as such.
A team effort.
Whatever you say, Nolan. Wizard, you should head back to Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town and tell him Cyclops Lane is under control.
Alright, back to the main gate. Quick teleportation. Old Town. See, that's the thing. So, I just got a quest from Sergeant Muldoon saying, hey, nice job with taking care of the streets, but I only just finished it.
General Achilles is backing down? Good. Then maybe he can do the job he promised to do and maintain order on Cyclops Lane. Though it may take a while with all the creatures roaming around there now. Good work all the same, wizard.
Right. And then he would say... And then he would give me the quest for... talking to... Merle Ambrose. Good job on cleaning up those streets. You know, if this whole student magic thing doesn't work out. So there's a little bit of, like, error in the processing on which quest we get first. Eh, it's not a big deal. Okay, so... completed the 3 streets. As you saw, I got the badge, 3 Streets Savior. So I think... complete this quest with Merle.
Malastare broke open the sealed caves and unleashed the undead. Why? Deranged as he's become, I can't believe chaos is his only ambition. He was always dedicated to his wife, Sylvia. When illness claimed her, his devotion led him to delve into terrible rituals to restore her to life. I forbade him. He ignored me and destroyed the Death School in his folly. Now he seeks the Order of the Fang, a lost sect with their own secrets. We must learn why. There is a being who sees through time with the eyes of history and the future, gifted him by the grandmother of ravens. But his eye of history was stolen some time past, and without it, his vision is limited and his memory addled. Alas, we haven't any other choice. So come with me, wizard, to Ravenwood.
Okay.
I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait. You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with her spell. The gate guard, Private O'Doyle, can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district
there? It's kind
and
of
see
funny.
if
That
he
happens
needs
once
help.
in a while. Alright. Before I do that, I'm gonna go take a look at Wizard City Library. The Clortho. Clortho is upstairs. Hi, Clortho.
Oh, can I help you? Diego the Duel Master seeks information about a wooden skeleton lock. Why, that happens to be my field of expertise. Skeleton locks are enchanted doors that can only be opened by a corresponding key. Thus, Diego's wooden lock requires a wooden skeleton key. But those keys are typically quite difficult to come by, coveted as they are by what I call bad folk, and they shatter after only one use. Fortunately for you, I have a wooden skeleton key I can part with if you take this keyring with you on your adventures.
Okay.
The keyring detects nearby skeleton keys and sends data back to me for my continuing research. Plus, it will mark your map with key locations. Well, I bid you and Diego good luck with whatever waits behind that wooden skeleton lock. I'm counting on you to explore the entire spiral.
Okay.
You found your first skeleton key. These enchanted keys unlock powerfully warded doors, behind which you'll discover great rewards. Different types of skeleton keys will open different kinds of locks, so pay attention. And each skeleton key can only be used once. Remember that great reward is often won only through great risk, So be wary of the monsters you discover behind locked doors.
It's hard to think about. Sometimes when you're thinking about it, it's hard to think about it. But the narrator, up to a certain point, the voice actor for the narrator passed away a couple years back. It was a pretty big loss for this community. She was an amazing woman and very talented. So it's kind of like every once in a while I think about it, and it's hard, man. You know.
You're back! What did the librarian's assistant say? We need a wooden skeleton key? Of course! Curse this bad luck. What's that? The librarian's assistant gave you a wooden skeleton key? I knew you'd come through for me. That's why I hate to beg another favor of you.
Okay.
Will you duel Roberto and recover my precious heirloom? Let me explain. As much as I would love to battle my brother, honor forbids it. You see, Roberto and I both made an oath to our mother on her deathbed that we would never take up arms against family, so I cannot fight him. However, we also made an oath to our father on his deathbed that we never back down from a challenge, so I must fight him. Just see my difficulty, huh? Roberto stole the heirloom knowing I'd be unable to personally retaliate, but there is no dishonor if I send a proxy. Especially not if that proxy is my most prized pupil who learned everything they know about dueling from me! Will you do it?
Sure.
Thank you, my friend. You can find Roberto in his hidden lair. I'll mark your map.
Alright. Roberto's lair in Old Town. It'll actually technically be faster to teleport to Cyclops Lane. Show you what. So it puts us here. Not the greatest spot. But, I hit the main gate. And then go through the door into Old Town. Instead of going from Unicorn Way to... from Unicorn Way to the Commons, to the shopping district, to Old Town. I literally just teleported to Cyclops Lane, into Old Town. Is there gold? Can we do that yet? I suppose, yeah. You just can't go back to level 20. Do that in a moment. Let's take care of this quest first and get this handled. Then, we'll give you a sneak peek of one of the later worlds. Roberto's lair. This guy planning to come with, or is he just hanging out there? If he's just hanging out there, hopefully then I can just get in. Nothing suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Alright, so this is what the locks look like. We'll go through some other skeleton key doors, maybe, later on. But this is what they look like. You use the key. Roberto, a rank 2 boss, but he's by himself, so... Ooh, fire though.
You lopped right into my trap, my foolish Wait, you are not my brother. Does that coward, Diego, send a child to fight his battles? So be it.
It was because of honor, Roberto. It's not because of cowardice, it's because of honor. 350. The downside is that he is also fire, like me. So, we're gonna have to play this a little differently. what you're thinking. Why am I casting a Fire Blade spell? Even with the resistance, I'm gonna have more likelihood of getting Fire School spells to cast at him, but I really just wanted to pass the turn to get a pip. Got this Scorpion spell. Use Scorpion on it. It's a balanced school, so it doesn't impact his resistance to fire. 180 damage. Very nice. I would have liked 200, but 180 is cool. 85. Now, he's got resistance to fire. So, this Fire Cat might do enough, it might not. It depends on two things. Number one, how high I get, because I can get an ultimate 80 to 100. Number two, I get the boost from the blade. And number three, it's resist. Maybe I'll get lucky. Yep, 162, that's plenty. Peace out, Roberto. Ooh, and I got a free mount.
Here, give the baby his toy back. I only stole it to irk him, but it's no fun if I don't get to see the look on his stupid face. Besides, it clearly isn't lucky at all. Couldn't even help me defeat a lowly whelp like you. Just take the piece of junk and get out! Get out of here!
Okay. That wasn't too bad. Go to the comments. Because again, it'll be a lot faster instead of going from here to Old Town to the shopping district to the commons. We literally just teleport directly to the commons. Run off the unicorn. Have a chat with good old Diego. Hopefully I'll level up finally. I'm like right there. Need 115 experience.
You've returned with my great-grandsire lucky unicorn shoe. I know that scoundrel Roberto would be no match for my favorite pupil. It's a good thing the librarian's assistant that no one had ever heard of before literally had the key to solving this problem, no? Indeed. Just see, my friend, this unicorn shoe brings luck to everyone.
Well, for everyone but Roberto, that is. Thank you again. Alright. Oh, I leveled up. Yes. Okay, still got a few things.
Young
Linda
wizard,
Wu.
I have exciting news for you about gardening. Could you visit me in my classroom at Ravenwood?
Astrologist Burst.
Wizard, the Ravenwood professors tell me you're a prime candidate to learn about
astrology.
Meet me in Ravenwood whenever possible.
I need your
And
skills to
Fair.
help me with something. Come to the fire school when you can,
Fire
please.
A few things to do. Don't want to talk to Myrtle yet. Not ready. That's to lead us to the next world.
Come see me at the Storm Mill on Triton Avenue.
Solomar has something for me.
Hello, young wizard. You should come see me.
Level
in
12 is
Ravenwood.
like the big
I
one
think
for
you're
a
going
lot
to
of
want to hear what I have to say.
extracurricular activities, I guess it is. So there aren't actually like direct guides to these, it's just knowing where they are from previous experience. You could, in theory, use the quest helper if you didn't know. I'm not going to use the quest helper. Here's agent stats.
Aha! You've seen the signs, haven't you? Why, signs of the end of the spiral, of course. Peculiarities, instances of pure impossibility. You may not have seen them yet, but you will. The Gravulum Order has detected increasing numbers of Pecrons all across the spiral. Pecrons? Why, they're invisible micro-magic particles that exist and don't exist at the same time. In concentration, they create peculiarities. That's the theory, at least. The Gravulum Order is dedicated to investigating this frightening trend, and we need your help. Take this Gravulum badge and get a reading from the Gobblers on Colossus Boulevard. Do this, and we might even invite you into the Order.
Okay. One. The astrologist work. Well, astrology There's a specific thing for that. So like fishing, I'm going to set that aside for now. Because that requires a bit of extra that I just don't want to get into. The School of Life of the Gardening quest is super quick and easy. Green acres.
As the professor of life magic, it falls to me to tell you about a wonderful new activity available to students. I speak of gardening. Students at Ravenwood can plant and grow amazing plants in their dormitory rooms or castles. Wizards of all schools can garden. So my hope is that every student will learn the joy of shepherding new life. There is so much to learn about gardening, and I know just the person to teach you. Seek out Farley in Gollum Court. He will explain the basics of gardening to you.
Okay. Now, a couple of things. Leveling up to level 12 gives me another training point. Training points are used for spells that are not the core schools. Arthur here. Oh, I didn't want to.
There was the first world, inhabited by
got too close to Bartleby.
And 3 terrible titans. When the feuding titans shattered their world, the primal tree and Grandmother Raven sang the song of creation and wove its fragments together into the spiral. This is one of those primal beings, Bartleby, the grandfather of trees. He guided me to bring you here, and it's his insight we seek now.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned foul and my memory is fading. You must find the one from the world without magic.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh, dear. You see, Wizard, he can't stay with us. His mind is lost in time, in the past and the future.
Beware the spiders, fire rings, the alligator, eats the stars. Malistaire, if you take my eye, my gaze will turn foul, and your spirit rotten.
Malistaire stole the Eye of History? Of course. And this repeated bit about a gaze turning foul. There was once a spectre named Foulgaze. He often haunted Sapphira's Tower in Old Town. Perhaps his patterns haven't changed. You must investigate it once.
No. Simply because that will progress the story to the next world, and I don't want to do that yet, because we still have to do Colossus Boulevard. That's the next street. But for now, as I was trying to say before we were every few levels you gain a training point, as you can see here. Training points are used for spells that are not your school. My secondary school is Balance, so we'll see if Arthur's got anything new. And the Locust. Alright. Get that factored into the deck, so we're gonna get rid of a Fire Cat. We're gonna get rid of a Beetle, and we're gonna get rid of another Fire Cat. Rid of a fire elf and a scorpion. There we go. And then I'll go see what Dahlia has. As you can see, my health went up a little bit from leveling up. Mana went from 36 to 39. It's a spell quest. Fire it up.
So you are ready to learn your next spell? Very well. You will first need to collect a fire shard from a fire elf on Firecat Alley. After that, talk to Bernie.
Okay. We'll handle that first. Actually, I'm gonna talk to Bartleby because the gardening stuff in Gollum Court won't take very long. think we're gonna do this spell quest for Dahlia, and then that will be where we end the episode. I know these are relatively short. I mean, we're only running 2 hours here, but I want to do just like bits at a time, just so it doesn't get lost. I feel like I can put a little bit more value.
You look like you're in need of some learning, and I'm happy to oblige.
One bit at a time rather than trying to do multiple, so people can really enjoy the journey.
And if it's not too much trouble, I'll ask you for a small favor once I've finished yapping.
Okay.
So, where to start? Well, let me tell you about how gardening works. It all begins with the tiniest of things, a seed. That's it, a seed. Do you have a seed with you? Surely you must. What's that? You don't? Oh dear. And we're off to a poor start. Tell you what, will you run over to speak to Blossom, the life tree in the midst of Ravenwood? Ask her for a seed. Any type will do. She should set you up with something to get you started. Be off then, will ya?
Sure. Easy peasy. Just a seed? Oh, Blossom.
Good day to you, young wizard. What can I do for you? A seed? Farley sent you? A most unusual request, but I should be able to help you. A plant's journey of life begins with it as a seed. There are many types of seeds, each with a different destiny.
Okay.
With enough energy, you can prepare soil of your choice in your castle, if you have one, or a planter in your dorm. Then, you can place the seed into the readied soil. After a time, it will begin to grow.
Okay.
You can shepherd its growth through spells and other means of caring for it, creating an environment for it to thrive. I will give you a seed. Take it back to Farley. He will tell you more.
Dandelions. Of course, a dandelion. Level 6 a dandelion. Right, off to Farley. Here you go, Farley.
Oh, you've got that seed? Fantastic. I recommend you roll up your sleeves and learn something about gardening.
Okay. Facts of life.
Let's see what kind of seed Blossom saw fit to give you. Oh, what's this? A dandelion? That'll do nicely. After you've planted your dandelion seed, it starts to grow. From seed to seedling, young plant, mature plant, to elder. You can use a number of helpful spells to usher it along as it grows, keeping it healthy and happy.
Sure.
Take a look at the row of 4 dandelions to the side of me, and examine each of them. When you're done, come back and I'll bend your ear some more, if you've got the patience for it.
Alright, so we're gonna look at the seedling first. Oops. I wanted to look at the seedling.
This is a seedling, the youngest phase of life for a plant. You will need energy to plant a seed in a planter or the ground.
Okay.
After a seed is planted, you can use plant growth spells on it to help it flourish. Plants require some things to thrive and survive. Water, sunshine, pollination, magic, and even music. Plants that are cared for with spells to satisfy their needs will advance through the stages of life. Next, you should examine the young plant.
Okay.
This is a young plant in its next stage of life after seedling.
All right.
You can observe your plant's growth visually and by using some simple spells.
All right.
The plow spell allows you to remove a plant or dirt pile if you wish to do so. The revive spell allows you to transform a wilting plant into a young plant, ready to grow once more. Now you should examine the mature plant.
Okay.
This is a mature plant in the fullness of its growth. When a plant becomes mature, it can be harvested. You can harvest a plant by interacting with it. Each type of plant yields a different harvest: reagents, pet snacks, gold, treasure cards, or more seeds.
Ooh.
You can harvest from a plant as long as it's in its mature stage of life. It's now time to take a look at the elder plant.
Alright, elder plant.
This is an elder plant, the final stage of a plant's life cycle. Many plants won't reach this stage. An elder plant can be harvested one final time with much greater possible rewards. Once an elder plant is harvested, it disappears and cannot be revived.
Ooh.
You should return to speak to Farley.
Alright.
So,
back to Farley.
There you have it. Think you know it all now? Don't get carried away. I've still much to teach.
Okay. Hold on. Hello. Hi, I'm streaming right now. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
Wizard
sad to
101.
say
I'm almost
gardening
done
isn't all
streaming.
nurturing and happiness.
Watch your
Plants
language,
can
though,
be endangered
because
by some very real threats.
this one I mark as made for kids, so...
Take a look at the two unhealthy-looking specimens to the other side of me.
Two unhealthy looking specimens.
Come back when
Okay.
you've seen for yourself what can happen.
Alright, so we've got... I don't want to look at that one yet. I want to look at the wilting plant. Come on. They could have made the box for clicking.
This plant is wilting. It will die before too long if it's not taken care of.
Uh-oh.
Plants can die if their needs are not met.
Plants can
or
die
if they
if
are
their needs are
killed
not
by
met.
pests. Plants have likes and dislikes.
Likes and-
things that
likes and
encourage or discourage their growth.
I probably won't do
Plant's
too much
likes are
gardening on
things
this,
it
but
enjoys being near.
there might be
These
a
can
point where I
include
need
other
to.
types of plants
And we'll get
or
there
gardening
at some
items.
point.
A plant will flourish if it is near things that it likes, while things it dislikes will cause
Things
it to
it
become
dislikes,
unhealthy.
actually, I didn't know that. Alright. I just thought it made it grow slower, but it actually, like, causes
An
it to
important
be
part of
unhealthy.
gardening is learning how to arrange your plants and create a healthy garden for them. You should examine the dead plant now.
Examine the dead plant. Okay. Not Farley. I don't want to talk to Farley. There we go. Dead plant.
This plant is dead.
This plant
now
is dead.
all that can be done is to plow it over
Plow it
or
over or
revive
revive it as a seedling.
The greatest threat to plants. are
Greatest
pests.
threat to plants
Pests
are
can
the
infest a plant and hinder its growth. If pests are not eliminated, eventually the plant will begin to wilt and die. When a plant is infested by pests, it cannot be harvested, and growth spells will have no effect. To eliminate pests, you must use pest. You can purchase pest-fighting spells from vendors throughout the spiral.
Just a
or
lot of
even
dialogue
win
in
them.
this.
Farley can tell you more about
I'll
how to
skip
get
past
started
that. Alright,
gardening.
go back to Farley.
It's a sorry state to see plants doing
So poorly. But it's important
to know what risks
there are when gardening.
I
Okay.
think by now you've learned the basics of planting and gardening. If you've been paying attention,
No, I
the
haven't
seed
been
blossom
paying
gave you should be enough to get you started. I encourage you to try it out.
Hmm.
You've already got the basic spells to care for your plant, and I can sell you additional spells and items for your garden. As you continue to garden, you'll reap the rewards in the form of harvests,
badges, and even
I
experience.
look forward to seeing you again with your newfound
green thumb displayed oh so proudly. Okay.
Best of luck to you.
And I got a gardening spell for it. Oh, of course I did. Alright, so the last thing that I want to do is just get this... No, not yet. Just get this, fire school spell done. since that's revisiting a street that we've already completed. And once I got that done, then we'll call it for the night. So, gotta go back to Firecat Alley, take on a Fire Elf. Doesn't specify any, so I'm just gonna go with the basic guys, the little, Fire Elves that, you meet fairly early on in the street. Maybe. Uh-oh. Loading. Loading! Come on, there we go. Just because they'll be quick and easy to defeat, and then I can continue on. I was gonna show you, the sneak peek at the next world, but I think I'll save that for the next episode. So here we go into Firecat Alley. Woohoo! Just gotta go find a fire elf, so this way around the haunted minions. Shouldn't take too much longer, hopefully. See, I didn't notice that they actually have like a notification or a little marker to show you that this is a spell activity quest. Interesting. That's not new, but it's newer than, it's a newer feature. I don't remember when they added it in. Fire Elf Hunters. Rank 2, 150 HP. If I can get... Let's throw a Bloodbath at him, and then next turn I can finish him. Hopefully... Oh, I guess I'm not throwing a Bloodbath at him. This is... Hopefully... I can get lucky and get what I want off the first go. Alright, so... We'll try out Firecat. Might resist it a little bit because it's a fire spell. Yeah, a little bit of resistance. Alright, hit me. Ow. And we'll just throw an imp at him to finish him off. Come on. Goal complete, Fire Shard. Okay. Just gonna quick teleport to the commons. Save myself the trip. Now we gotta go talk to Bernie. And Bernie is the Fire School tree. So each one of the schools has a tree. Torrance the Storm, Kelvin the Ice Tree, Bernie the Fire Tree.
It takes a lot of concentration in order to cast Link.
You must prove you are worthy to earn this spell.
Enter the fire tower and face your opponent. Afterwards, if you are successful,
gotta defeat a fire crow. Alright. This will take a little bit of strategy because it's a fire type.
As you enter the room, you slam the fire shard onto the ground, which erupts in flames, forming a fire crow.
It's actually basically just a sunbird. They call it a fire crow, but it's a sunbird. 395 health. So this is where having a secondary school comes in handy, because doing fire school damage is going to be difficult against this guy. So we'll pass a couple of turns and we'll throw the new spell that we got that's balanced, the Locust Swarm. I'll throw the Locust Swarm at him. He fizzled on his first turn. Alright, here we go. Locust Swarm. Not going to be enough to take him down, but it'll be enough to help him. 305. That leaves him with 90 health. He fizzled again. Alright, 90 health. I'll throw the Dark Sprite and hopefully I don't hit minimum damage. Come on, don't give me 80. Give me at least 90. 110. Perfect. Easy peasy.
You are a worthy opponent. Take this fire gem, which represents my approval.
Alright, so we busted the fire shard, fought the fire crow, and got a fire gem to take to Bernie.
Ah, you have the fire gem the fire crow gave you. Now you will need to go to Festival Park on Cyclops Lane to learn your words of power from the fire minion. After you have learned the words of power, speak to Professor Falmea.
Okay, so now I gotta go back to Cyclops Lane. A lot of travel just to get a spell. And quite a few of the spell quests are like this, where you're just traveling from one spot to another, to another, to another. There's a couple of quests that will be very much a lot of back and forth. It'll be like, go to this place, now go talk to this person. Now go to this place, now go talk back and talk to this person again. Now go to this place, now go talk to this person. I do that quite a bit. Some of it gets a little tedious and annoying. It's like, why couldn't I just do this, 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 and this, and then come back to you? But here's what it is. I'm not the game designer. At least it'll be relatively quick. Because all we gotta do is walk into Cyclops Lane, take the teleporter to the park. Right here. Teleporter hub, which is in the park. Find the spot they want us to go to. Right here.
You hear a hissing noise deep within the earth.
Greetings, student of fire. I see that you have obtained a fire gem. You have shown your resourcefulness and
Fire
dedication.
snake was supposed to pop up. I don't know why it's not showing, but usually there's a fire snake
you
right there.
have our favor. The power words you will require for your spell are Omnibio Histia Pyraxima.
Yeah, usually a fire spell. The fire snake shows up. I'm not really sure why it didn't. Probably just a glitch. But now back to Dahlia in Ravenwood, and we'll gain the new spell. The Link spell. Now, Link is a... in a way, it's a healing spell. What you do is it deals damage to the enemy and puts a heal over time on it. I think it's a damage over time on it, too. It's not direct damage. Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while. Oop, that's the School of Ice. I didn't want the School of Ice. I wanted the School of Fire. Alright, it's Dahlia. One more school. Here we go. School of Fire. Hi, Dahlia.
Ah, you have the fire gem and the words of power. Super. I will now intone your spell.
Falmea speaks the words of power in what sounds like an ancient tongue.
Your efforts have paid off, student. Make sure to put this in your deck. You may need it soon.
Link. So yeah, so Link. Go over it real quick here. 30 damage initially, so it does do initial damage. 150 fire damage over 3 rounds. 15 health initially, and 105 heal over 5 rounds. Or over 3 rounds. So we're gonna pop out a fire hit. And with, I guess a pick. I'm gonna put in 2 links. Fire hit. Go for a third. Okie dokie. Let's actually do Fire Cat Scarab. Okay. Yeah, as you gain stronger spells, it's normal to phase out the weaker spells. So that's it. I think we're gonna end it there. Got a couple of side quests to do. One for the Gravulum Order. And starting Colossus Boulevard. So thanks for joining me on the journey through Cyclops Lane. Reaching level 12, gaining some new spells. Catch you on the next one.